Hi guys, I thought I would get on here real quick again, like I always say. I'm having my coffee and just to go forward with this. Yesterday was a good day. It felt really good to be outside, to be living my life. I look like hell. This burning continues, and you can see it in my skin, my eyes, my hair. I'm achy. But people say, well, quit complaining. Well, I'm not one to complain, but the story continues. So I'm going to continue because it is a law enforcement issue, and it's going to be a law enforcement issue, and it's going to probably be back in the court system because I'm getting a little tired of this. I've been tired of this for a long time. It's been a decade. And to give you some backstory, it went on with my grandmother, and they think this is funny. My grandmother, once she moved back up to this area, she had left when I was young. My family pretty much threw her on the street, and we'll get into some of that. But once she moved back to Amsterdam, they attacked her repeatedly. She talked about this burning, and I'll get more into that. So that fits in. They attacked her with her car. She had health problems, which, lo and behold, my ex-husband had the same doctor. So there's a lot of stuff there that needs to be unpacked with my grandmother. On my long lost relative, Mikey here. Mikey's a financial planner, supposedly. Well, Mikey was sitting with some of my other scumbag relatives in my leach field, basically. I had a home on the lake, and behind me was this trailer park. And then I find out these relatives have been sitting there all these years in my leach field because basically it's in my backyard. I also let these people use my beach repeatedly, and I paid for that. I paid for the lake, or excuse me, the beach to be graded. I paid for the road. They started trampling all through with their golf carts back and forth. It used to be a private road. It became more public with the trailer park. So on and on. There's a lot of issues with that, and there's a lot of pilfering of my money, and there was with my grandmother. They had a lot of land up here on the lake. They lost the land. Her brother sold it off. She couldn't have any, it was a falling out because she wanted the land and he was going to sell it, and he took off traveling. So there's been this split in our family, and they treated us like shit, this other side of the family. I never bothered them. I found out they were sitting over there all these years plotting and scheming. And this person, it was the big event of the season when he got married. It was all this stuff surrounding him, and my poor grandmother went through hell at the end of her life. They were sabotaging, doing stuff to her. And now I find out it's related to me. They killed her dog. She had this surgery that she said she would have never had again. So there's a lot to unpack with her. So this cousin of mine, sort of shirt tail, because he's my mother's cousin, my grandmother's nephew. I want to say, Mike, what do you think you're doing? So he sits over there with these people. He puts out this video now so I can see exactly what he is. He's some sort of used car salesman and doing all this shit to my family. I'm getting a little tired of it. These people have been snaking around for a long time, and their family, you prey on your own family. They did stuff to my grandmother. They've done stuff to my mother. They've done stuff to me. You're not even packing, Mike. It seems to me if you're a white man, and the only reason I get into this is because I was stalked all in Albany. I was stalked not only when I went to downtown Lark Street, but also when I got back to Schenectady, the same people from the YWCA. So you see, it seems a little coincidence, not only from Albany, but down into Schenectady. And there was a lot of